Hi student, in this class we are going to discuss about principle of calorimetry. According to the principle of calorimetry, if the two objects are mixed, many objects can be mixed. If amount of heat lost by one object is equal to amount of heat gained by another object. Amount of heat gain. So if we mix two objects, like say M1, the property of one material, a mass M1 grams of mass, and has specific heat of S1, and it has to undergo the change in temperature. So its initial temperature is say T1. Okay, it has to be mixed with another mass M2 and specific heat S2, and change in temperature is T2. After mixing, when it comes to equilibrium, finally these two are mixed at one position, so final temperature both will attain T mixture. Both will have same temperature. As of now I am assuming T1 is greater than T2. If T1 is greater than T2, who loses? Say this is the first object, second object. Who loses the temperature? Who loses the heat? Who lost the heat? First object. Who gained the heat? Second object. Because depending on temperature we can say. So amount of heat lost, Q is equal to M1 S1 into heat lost is equal to, so T1 minus T mixture. What about T mixture value? T mixture is less than T1 and it is greater than T2. Okay, it is equal to heat gained M2 S2. So gain final temperature of T2 T mixture is greater than T mixture minus T2. So from here we can get the value of T mix is equal to M1 S1 T1 plus M2 S2 T2 by M1 S1 plus M2 S2. This is the temperature of the mixture. If they are of say there are separate conditions, if bodies are same material, if two bodies are same material, what happens to specific heat? S1 is equal to S2. S is the property of matter, so then it will be T mixture is equal to M1 T1 plus M2 T2 by M1 plus M2. This is the temperature of mixture. If the two bodies are same mass, if they have same mass, then what happens? T mixture is equal to, okay, T1 S1 plus T2 S2 by S1 plus S2, because M1 and M2 are equal. If have M1 is equal to M2, same masses and same material, S1 is equal to S2, so temperature of mixture becomes, so what will be the value? T1 plus T2 by, so C1 S1 plus S2 2, so it's average of temperature it becomes. So calorimetry, so different number of questions can be asked in it. Let's see the few problems on it. Few problems on previous concept and present concept also. Heat, specific heat of a substance whereas C is equal to S is equal to 3T square plus T into 10 power minus 3, some calories per gram degree Celsius is given. Degree Celsius is equal to Kelvin inverse also. Kelvin also we can write, because change in temperature it is. What is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of the substance from 10 to 20 degrees Celsius? Q is equal to, if the temperature is S is varying with the temperature, integral M S into dt from temperature 10 degrees Celsius, so 10 to Kelvins you can convert. If you convert, it is equal to 273, 283 and it is equal to 293. So S value substitute M into 10 power minus 3, so 3T square integrations plus T into dt, where T is the temperature, understand, from 283 to 293. You may have the questions of degree Celsius is given, degree Celsius is given, why are you converting into Kelvins? This degree Celsius is change in temperature, delta T, but whenever temperature are given, substitute, you should substitute in the form of Kelvins only. Simplify this expression. If you do integrations, it becomes T cube by 3 into 3, 3 gets cancelled, plus T square by 2, limits are 283 to 293, and m into 10 power minus 3. So this is the heat amount we are supposed to give. Okay, let's go to the other question. So these are the important questions. A metal sphere of radius, metal sphere, it's a metal sphere means a solid sphere of radius r. So metal sphere radius r, specific heat is C, is rotated about an axis passing through its center at a speed of n rotations per second. N rotations per second means, what is the omega value? Omega is equal to 2 pi into n, 2 pi into n omega value, and suddenly stopped, and 50% of its energy is used to increase the temperature. So these are one example for how to energy converts from one form to another form. Here kinetic energy, rotation is doing, so kinetic rotation energy in kinetic energy in rotation motion is equal to half I omega square. So what is the sphere I? 2 by 5, half 2 by 5 m into r square, mass is given, right? Okay, mr square, omega is equal to 2 pi n whole square. So this is the kinetic energy. In this, how much energy is going? Half. So 1 by 4 into 2 by 5 m into r square, 4 pi square into n square is equal to half I omega square is equal to how much? It is increasing its temperature, m into specific heat into delta T. So mass gets cancelled, and specific heat delta T is equal to 1 by 2. So 4 pi square n square r square by 10 s, or 2 by 5. So this is the delta T value. Okay, and depending on not only kinetic energy, they can ask, some ball is from certain height, fell on the water, height h, how much is the change in temperature? mgh is equal to ms into delta T, h is delta T is equal to gh by s. So these are the silly questions, but you should understand how much energy is converting from one form to another form. Okay, let's see other question. So now we are going to use principle of calorimetry. A calorimeter contains 0.2 kg of water at 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, calorimeter 0.2 kg of mass of water and 0.2 kg. Okay, and 0.1 another matter 1 mass of water 2, it is equal to 0.1 kg. This is T1 is equal to 30 degrees Celsius, and T2 is equal to how much? 60 degrees Celsius is added to it. The mixture is well stirred, resulting the temperature is found to be 35 degrees Celsius. So when it is mixed, okay, so the resulting temperature he has already given 35. So who is losing temperature, energy? This person. How much is the final mixture temperature? It is equal to 35. So how much heat it is lost? Just to calculate, Q lost is equal to 0.1 into S is nothing but 4200 into delta T, 16 minus 35, this is the last now anyhow. So this is equal to 25, so 25 into 420. So this is the value 50, so 100, yeah, I'm sorry, I did this calculation mistake. So it will be equal to 0 and 50, so 400, 104, so 105. This will be the amount of heat joules it is released from it. So next what we are going to do, see, let's go to the other part. Q, how much it is gained? T2 is equal to 35. How much it is gained? So the gain part, m s.2 into 4200 into delta T. So 35 minus 35. So 10, it is equal to 4200 joules. So it is gained how much? 4200. How much it lost? 10500. What about remaining amount of energy? So remaining amount of energy, it is gone to whom? It is gone to calorimeter. So if something is mismatching, so amount of heat lost is not matching with heat gained, so that means the container took the amount of heat. So to container, how much energy is lost? Energy container took 10500 minus 4200, it is equal to 3, and 6300 amount joules of 6300 joules of heat container took. So he is asking thermal capacity is nothing but m into s, mass of container into s of container into change in temperature. So initially whatever temperature of water is nothing but change temperature of container. So 30 initial temperature, finally it becomes 35, so the 5. So mc into sc becomes 6300 by 5. Okay, so let's go to the other question. A copper calorimeter of mass, how much? 300 grams, contains 500 grams of water. So mass of copper calorimeter 300 grams. So he is asking specific joules, so we should convert into kgs. 0.3 and mass of the water is equal to 0.5 kg, and water at 20 degrees Celsius. Initially they are at a temperature Ti is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. A 500 grams of copper block, so another mass of 500 copper block, 0.5 kg of copper block is dropped into calorimeter, and it is at a what temperature? Temperature T1, it is T2 is equal to high temperature 100 degrees Celsius. Now the resultant temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. So final temperature it has become T mixture, it has become like 25 degrees Celsius. Find the specific heat of copper. So specific heat of copper is nothing but S. First let's see, heat lost must be equal to heat gain. Who lost the heat? Copper of high temperature is lost. Mass of copper into specific heat of copper into, so 25, so 100 minus 25, 75 is a Q lost. So this MC is also equal to 0.5 into 75 into SC. Okay, next Q gained. So Q gained, amount of heat gained is equal to, who gained the heat? So two parts gained, mass of the copper and water both gained. Other copper which I am talking about, 0.3 into specific heat of copper we don't know, SC into how much is the change in temperature? 20 to 25, so 5, plus mass of water 0.5 into specific heat of water is equal to 4200 into change in temperature is 5. So equate these two, 0.3 into SC into 5 plus amount of heat lost is equal to Q lost is equal to Q gain. We plus 0.5 into 4200 into 5 is equal to 0.5 into 75 into specific heat of copper. Send specific heat of copper to other side or send, okay, so this one to other side, 0.5 into, or simplify these terms, get the value of SC. We need to find SC. Okay, next we are going to the last question. Three bodies A, B, C are given, masses are in the ratio, so these are graph given, supplied at constant rate. Constant rate means Q is equal to ms into theta. Ms nothing but change in temperature. Okay, so rate means differentiate, theta by d theta, dq by dt is equal to ms into d theta by dt. Okay, so this dq by dt is also called q dot. So q dot is the amount of heat per temperature time. So ms into d theta is nothing but change in temperature if sent to other side T. So how the graph is like, so if I simplify, so theta is equal to q dot by ms into T, q dot by ms into T. So theta is nothing but y, q dot by ms is nothing but m is nothing but slope, y is equal to mx. So now if you see the graph, instead of explaining I just directly do. He is asking what is the ratio of SCA is to SB is to SC. So that m is nothing but, if I get the slope, y is equal to mx, the tan theta, which is nothing but q dot by m into specific heat. To get specific heat, q dot by m into s. Hey, tan theta. So for each one, so he has given the same amount of constant rate, supplied constant rate, but he is given values. For the first one, S1 is equal to Q by, what is the mass of the first one? First graph I am seeing, mass m by root 3. So tan pi by 3, tan 60 is also equal to root 3. So Q by m, S1 is equal to. Next go for second one. So second one value is equal to m, S2 is equal to Q by mass is m, tan theta, tan 45, this is 45, tan 45 is equal to 1, it's equal to Q by m. Next let's see the other part. So last one, root 3, here is an angle pi by 6. So S3 is equal to Q by m by root 3, tan theta is, okay, I'm sorry, 1 by root 3, root 3m. So root 3m, and it is equal to 1 by root 3 tan 30. So Q by m. So here it's concluded S1 is to S2 is to S3 is equal to 1 is to 1. So these are some examples on principle of calorimetry. Thank you.